Imagine biting into a chocolate bar that literally spiraled in your mouth, or unwrapping a mystery bar where you never knew which flavor you'd taste next. These weren't dreams. They were real, and they're gone forever. Today, we're uncovering 35 legendary British chocolates that disappeared. And you won't believe why some of them vanished. From the 1940s to the 2000s, Britain created some of the most innovative chocolate bars the world had ever seen. Hollow spirals, pyramid shapes, boozy fillings. But one by one, they all disappeared from shelves. Some lasted decades. Others barely made it a few years. And before we reveal number one, make sure you hit that subscribe button because we're diving deep into chocolate history you never knew existed. Let's start in 1902 with Fry's 5 Boys. This wasn't just chocolate, it was an emotional journey. The wrapper showed a boy's face going through 5 stages: desperation, pacification, expectation, acclamation, and realization. Sound dramatic. That's because chocolate back then was that serious. This bar survived over 70 years before vanishing in 1976, but here's where it gets wild. The Banjo bar from 1954 was basically the original Kit Kat, chocolate wafers. Chocolate filling, milk chocolate coating. It disappeared almost as fast as it arrived, but Cadbury brought it back in the 1970s as a completely different bar. Talk about a plot twist. Then came Fry's 5 Center in the mid-1900s. Picture this. Dark chocolate with 5 mystery fruit flavors hidden inside: orange, raspberry, lime, strawberry, pineapple. You never knew which one you'd bite into. It was like a chocolate lottery. People went crazy for it. But by the late 1980s, gone, and fans have been begging for its return ever since. Stick around because the story gets even crazier in the 1970s. The Cadbury Milk Tray bar was genius. Imagine taking every flavor from your favorite chocolate box and smooshing them into one massive bar. 14 different centers: pineapple dessert, coconut ice, orange cream, lime cordial, marzipan. Everyone fought over their favorite piece. It vanished in the late 70s, and honestly, we're still not over it. Now let's talk about Weekend. Launched in the 1940s, this wasn't just a bar, it was a whole box of specially wrapped chocolates with fruit, toffee, and nuts. While Milk Tray was fancy, Weekend was for the whole family. It ruled the 1970s, but by 1988, tastes changed and Weekend checked out permanently. Here's a wild one. Golden Cup. The name came from its golden wrapper, but inside. The darkest, richest, ooziest caramel you've ever tasted. It launched in the 1960s and was an instant hit. But when other caramel brands invaded in the 1980s, Golden Cup couldn't compete, and don't even get me started on treats. Mars made these before minstrels existed, before Peanut M and Ms. stole their slogan. Yeah, melts in your mouth, not in your hand. That was treats first. Launched in the 1960s, gone by 1981. Imagine creating something iconic and then just disappearing. The 1970s brought something controversial: alcohol-flavored chocolate. Old Jamaica was dark chocolate packed with rum-soaked raisins, rich, sophisticated, adults only. It had a cult following until the 1990s when people suddenly decided boozy chocolate wasn't cool anymore. It's been resurrected a few times, but never permanently. Apparently, sales just don't justify it. Then there's Rumba Bar. Rum-flavored chocolate wrapped around soft fondant and chewy caramel. Super chewy but softer than most. It rode the late 70s and 80s wave before getting axed. Same fate as Old Jamaica. Rum chocolate just fell out of favor, but the king of unique was Spira, launched in 1984 in just one small part of England. Lucky locals got to try it while everyone else waited until 1989. Why? Because this bar was hollow and shaped like a spiral, 2 spirals per pack. A brand new production process that didn't need molds. It was revolutionary, aimed at 15 to 24-year-olds. Created massive buzz, but not enough to survive past 2005. We're just getting started. The 1980s and 90s brought even more insane flavors. Don't click away, the best ones are coming up. Section 4. The experimental 80s to 522 to 7 o'clock Cabana Bar mixed coconut, caramel, and cherry, then topped it with chocolate. Sounds random. It was. But it worked. Launched in the 1980s by Rowntree. Gone by the early 90s. Fast rise, faster fall. Drifter Bar was different. Wafer dipped in caramel, then dipped in milk chocolate. It looked like a Kit Kat but had that chewy caramel kick. It lasted until 2007, came back briefly, but Nestle killed it for good in 2018 when the revival flopped. Want to talk about WEIRD shapes. Pyramid, not a bar. An actual pyramid. Dark chocolate filled with mint. Rich and smooth. Launched in 1988, turned into a bar in 1991, then vanished completely. Why? Lack of demand. Sometimes innovation isn't enough. The 1990s went crazy with innovation. Fuse Bar combined peanuts, raisins, fudge, and crispy cereal fused together under chocolate. It launched in September 1996 and became Cadbury's fastest-selling bar since Whisper in 1983. That's massive, but by 2006. Gone in the UK, you can still find it in other countries, but the recipe changed. It's not the same. Vice versa was Playful. Tiny bite-sized pieces. Either milk chocolate in a white shell or white chocolate in a milk shell. You never knew which you'd get. Creamy, sweet, fun, launched in the early 90s. Gone by 2003, brief comebacks failed. People loved the idea, but not enough to keep buying. And who remembers Taz Bar? Based on the Tasmanian Devil from Looney Tunes, small Cadbury milk chocolate with Taz stamped on it. Not technically discontinued, just replaced with Freddo Frog in 1994 when Looney Tunes faded from popularity. Here's a controversial one. Galaxy Truffles. Milk chocolate balls with creamy truffle filling. Launched in the 1990s, considered extremely indulgent. Melted in your mouth. Mars discontinued them in the early 2010s, claiming they were less popular. Fans rioted. Many said that wasn't true at all. Echo Bar by Fox had layers. Chocolate biscuit base. Bubbly cream middle. Milk chocolate. White chocolate. The texture combination was perfect. People loved it. There were even petitions to bring it back. Didn't matter. Echo Bar is lost forever. Timeout Bar from 1992 was Cadbury's answer to Kit Kat. Thin crispy wafer layers sandwich it between chocolate, all coated in Cadbury dairy milk. The slogan, take a time out. In the 2010s, it couldn't compete and was discontinued. And finally, Secret. Launched in the 1990s, a whipped mousse-like center wrapped in a milk chocolate lattice spiral. Completely unique. Melted instantly in your mouth. Some complained it was too hollow, not enough chocolate. Fans didn't care. They loved it. But in 1995, it was discontinued after just a short run. Quick fire round of others that deserve mention. Aztec, Mars Bar competitor with caramel and nougat. Gone by 1978. Tiffin Bar. Irish-inspired with raisins and biscuits. 35 years of success, discontinued in 1907 to amazing raisins, nougatine, caramel, chocolate. Only lasted 1971 to 1978, Nutty Bar, fudge, peanuts, caramel. Sweet, salty, crunchy. Died in the 1980s, Texan Bar, chewy bar from Nestle. You'd stick it in the fridge or leave it in summer heat. Both ways were perfect. Discontinued but had a brief 2005 comeback. Ostrus, Britain's answer to Smarties and M&Ms Biscuit Center, chocolate coating, candy shell. Launched in 1997, vanished quickly. Still exists in South Africa though. Whispermint, aerated milk chocolate with mint. Launched 1995, gone 2003. Other Whisper variations returned, but not mint Caramac, not technically chocolate but deserves mention. Caramel-flavored bar from 1959, discontinued in 2023 after 60 for years. Brief comebacks since, but mostly gone. So there you have it, 35 legendary British chocolate bars that vanished from existence. Some lasted 70+ years. Others barely made it past a few, some fell to changing tastes. Others to corporate decisions, a few just couldn't compete, but here's the question: which one do you wish would come back? Drop it in the comments. And if you enjoyed this trip down chocolate memory lane, smash that like button and subscribe because we've got more forgotten treats coming your way. Some of these bars created revolutions. Some created memories. All of them left a hole in our hearts. And our taste buds. See you in the next one. And remember, somewhere out there, someone's still got a wrapper from one of these bars, holding on to a taste of the past.